It hangs above us in the cold expanse, a constant, silent sentinel. But only half its story is ever told to Earth. What secrets lie dormant on its perpetual far side, forever veiled, turned away from the cradle of humanity? For millennia, we saw only one face, unaware that nearly half its surface remained an utter enigma, locked away by the slow dance of gravity. This tidal lock ensures its hidden hemisphere is a realm unseen, untouched by earthly eyes, a perfect canvas, perhaps, for the universe to paint its deepest secrets. Welcome to the Purple Files. Today, our journey takes us across the Terminator, into that shadowed domain. We delve into one of the most persistent and unnerving conspiracy theories whispered in the dark. The belief that we are watched, that alien eyes gaze back from hidden bastions on the far side of the moon. The theory resonates with a chilling possibility, not just that life exists elsewhere, but that it's there, now, operating from concealed installations shielded from our most powerful telescopes. Are they observers, ancient caretakers, or something else entirely? Whispers echo through fringe communities, pointing to anomalies in official photographs, structures defying nature, dismissed by agencies like NASA, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, as tricks of light and shadow, data they claim that has been deliberately obscured. Why conceal contact, a discovery that would rewrite existence? Proponents speak of preventing global panic, maintaining control over unimaginable technology, or even darker, secret pacts. They dissect lunar mission imagery for inconsistencies, cite testimonies of supposed insiders, and argue the cold equations of probability make Earth's solitude statistically suspect in the cosmic ocean. But what is the truth etched into that cratered desolation? Are these perceived structures merely pareidolia, phantoms born in the mind's eye seeking patterns in chaos? Are they artifacts of old technology, low-resolution ghosts misinterpreted? Or does a sliver of unbelievable reality lie buried beneath decades of official narrative and grainy, ambiguous frame? In this deep dive, we will meticulously examine the visual fragments presented as evidence. We will weigh the extraordinary claims against the established science, explore the stark, silent landscapes revealed by probes like China's Chang'e 4, the first to softly touch that hidden soil. We will strip away the layers of assumption, fear, and fervent speculation. Prepare to confront the void and question the familiar glow of our moon. Is its far side a barren wasteland, or the repository of the greatest secret ever kept? Our investigation into the shadows begins now. So why the far side? Why does this specific lunar territory ignite such intense speculation? It begins with a cosmic ballet called tidal locking. Imagine the moon tethered to Earth by invisible gravitational threads. Over billions of years, Earth's gravity tugged on the moon, slowing its rotation until it reached a perfect equilibrium. The moon now spins on its axis exactly once for every single orbit it makes around our planet. The result? From our vantage point here on Earth, we only ever see one hemisphere, the near side. The other half, nearly 50% of the moon's total surface area, remains perpetually hidden from direct view. It's often called the dark side, but that's a misnomer. It receives just as much sunlight as the near side. It's simply the unseen side from Earth. Think of it as the far side. For centuries, before the dawn of the space age, this far side was pure terra incognita, a blank canvas onto which humanity projected its hopes, fears, and wildest imaginations. What wonders or horrors might exist on a landscape no human eye had ever directly witnessed? This inherent hiddenness, this vast unknown territory right next door, created a natural breeding ground for mystery. Even after Soviet probes like Lunar 3 first beamed back grainy, indistinct images in 1959, the far side retained its mystique. The photos were low resolution, revealing a heavily cratered, seemingly more rugged terrain, but offered little definitive detail. That lack of perfect clarity, combined with the sheer fact that it's turned away from us, makes it the perfect setting for conspiracy theories to take root. If you wanted to hide something immense, something world-changing, like evidence of extraterrestrial life, where better than a place permanently shielded from prying eyes on Earth? The far side wasn't just unknown, its perpetual hiddenness made it seem intentionally secretive. At the heart of the far side conspiracy lies the alleged photographic evidence. Over the decades, certain images captured during lunar missions, particularly from the Apollo era and earlier probes, have become iconic within these circles. Proponents point to specific anomalies, claiming they are undeniable proof of artificial structures. Let's look at some famous examples. There's the so-called shard, an object appearing as a tall spire-like structure casting a long shadow. Then there's the castle, which some interpret as a complex multi-level building perched on a crater rim. Other images feature blurry shapes resembling towers, domes, or geometric patterns that seem out of place in a natural landscape. These images are often presented with arrows and highlights, emphasizing their seemingly artificial nature. For believers, these aren't rocks or tricks of light. They are intelligently designed constructions, proof positive of an alien presence. However, when subjected to rigorous scientific scrutiny, these images tell a different story. The primary explanation offered by scientists and photographic analysts is pareidolia. This is the powerful human psychological tendency to perceive familiar patterns, especially faces or structures, in random or ambiguous stimuli. Our brains are hardwired to find order, and in low-resolution, high-contrast images of an alien landscape, it's easy to see shapes that resemble things we know. Furthermore, the quality of many older lunar images plays a significant role. Early probe photos, and even some Apollo-era pictures, suffered from limitations: low-resolution image compression, artifacts from transmission, film grain, scanning lines, and dramatic lighting conditions on the airless moon, which create stark, deep shadows. These factors can easily combine to create visual illusions, and what looks like a sharp-edged tower might simply be a jagged rock formation catching the light at a specific angle, adjacent to a deep shadow. Natural geological formations on the moon can also be surprisingly geometric. Crater rims, boulders, lava tubes, and fault lines can, especially from orbit and under specific lighting, mimic artificial structures. Without an atmosphere to scatter light or provide familiar reference points for scale, judging the true size and shape of distant lunar features from photographs alone is incredibly difficult. That towering shard might, upon closer inspection with modern high-resolution imagery from orbiters like the Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter, resolve into a relatively small, naturally occurring rock casting a long shadow in the low sun angle. So while these photographs are undeniably intriguing and fuel the imagination, the scientific consensus remains firm. They are best explained by a combination of pareidolia, image artifacts, challenging lighting conditions, and unfamiliar geological features viewed without proper context or scale. There is currently no credible, scientifically verified photographic evidence of artificial structures on the moon's far side. Beyond ambiguous photographs, the far side alien base theory draws heavily on testimonies from individuals claiming insider knowledge, the so-called whistleblowers. These accounts often weave dramatic narratives of secret government cover-ups and direct encounters with extraterrestrial realities hidden on the moon. One prominent figure often cited is Milton William Cooper, a former U.S. Naval Intelligence Briefing Team member. Cooper became famous in conspiracy circles for his wide-ranging claims about secret governments, UFOs, and alleged pacts between the U.S. government and alien species. Within his narrative, he asserted the existence of alien bases on the moon, used jointly by humans and extraterrestrials. While Cooper garnered a significant following, his claims were often sensational, lacked verifiable evidence, and became increasingly entangled with broader, more complex conspiracy theories before his death in 2001. Mainstream investigators and government sources have never corroborated his specific allegations regarding lunar bases. Another fascinating, though highly controversial, source comes from the realm of psychic espionage. Ingo Swann, a notable participant in the CIA-sponsored remote viewing experiments known as Project Stargate, claimed to have psychically perceived structures and even beings on the far side of the moon during controlled sessions in the 1970s. Remote viewing itself is the purported ability to gain information about a distant or unseen target using extrasensory perception. While Swann's accounts are detailed and intriguing, remote viewing remains scientifically unproven. Its results are subjective, non-reputable under rigorous scientific conditions, and lack the physical, verifiable evidence required for scientific acceptance. His claims about the moon therefore remain firmly in the category of anecdote and speculation, despite their official, albeit experimental, context at the time. Analyzing these and similar whistleblower claims reveals common challenges. Often, the accounts are part of much larger, intricate conspiracy narratives that are difficult, if not impossible, to verify. They frequently rely on hearsay, second-hand information, or subjective experiences rather than concrete, independently verifiable proof like documents, recordings, or physical artifacts. The credibility of the individuals themselves is sometimes questioned due to inconsistencies in their stories, association with known disinformation, or lack of corroborating witnesses. While these narratives can be compelling and tap into deep-seated distrust of official secrecy, they ultimately remain anecdotal. Without independent, verifiable evidence, the dramatic stories of hidden lunar bases shared by alleged insiders exist primarily in the realm of folklore and conspiracy theory, not established fact. If there were alien structures on the moon's far side, why would governments, particularly agencies like NASA, go to such extraordinary lengths to hide it? Conspiracy theorists propose several powerful motivations. Perhaps the most common argument is the prevention of mass panic. The revelation of intelligent extraterrestrial life, especially nearby, could shatter religious, social, and political paradigms, potentially leading to widespread chaos and the collapse of societal structures. Governments, the theory goes, conceal the truth to maintain order and control. Another compelling alleged motive is the desire to control alien technology. Imagine the strategic advantage gained from reverse engineering advanced propulsion energy sources or weaponry found in lunar installations. Such technology could grant insurmountable military and economic power, making its secrecy a matter of supreme national security for whichever nation or shadow group controls it. A darker variation involves secret treaties or pacts. Some theories claim governments are aware of, and perhaps even cooperating with, lunar-based aliens, hiding the truth as part of an agreement, maybe for technology exchange or perhaps out of fear, operating under rules set by the extraterrestrial visitors. These motives sound dramatic, even plausible in the abstract. However, the practical reality of maintaining such a monumental, decades-long global cover-up presents staggering logistical problems. Consider the sheer scale involved. Since the 1950s, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people worldwide have worked on lunar missions and related space science. Engineers, scientists, technicians, astronauts, military personnel, contractors, academics. Keeping such a vast and diverse group completely silent for over 60 years stretches credulity. Then there's the international dimension. Space exploration isn't just a NASA endeavor. Russia, formerly the Soviet Union, China, the European Space Agency, India, Japan, and others have sent probes to orbit or land on the moon. China's Chang'e 4 specifically landed on the far side. Maintaining a conspiracy would require the active, flawless collusion of multiple nations, including geopolitical rivals, all agreeing to suppress the same monumental secret without a single verifiable leak. This seems highly improbable, given historical and ongoing international tensions. Furthermore, the volume of data is immense. Lunar orbiters generate vast quantities of high-resolution images and scientific readings, much of which is shared within the international scientific community. Consistently scrubbing or altering all incriminating data before release without leaving detectable traces or inconsistencies would be an almost impossibly complex task. Independent researchers and increasingly sophisticated amateur astronomers also monitor the moon. Ultimately, while the reasons for a cover-up might seem compelling to some, the logistical hurdles required to actually implement and maintain such secrecy across decades involving countless individuals and competing nations make the cover-up angle extremely unlikely from a practical standpoint. The absence of any credible, verifiable leak or piece of hard evidence after so much time and so many missions speaks volumes. Though, what do we actually know about the moon's far side based on decades of scientific exploration? While conspiracies flourish in the absence of information, our knowledge base is far from empty. The first glimpse came in 1959 with the Soviet Lunar 3 probe. Its grainy photographs were revolutionary, revealing for the first time that the far side was markedly different from the near side. It appeared more heavily cratered and had far fewer large, dark volcanic plains, known as maria, which dominate the Earth-facing hemisphere. This immediately told scientists the two sides had distinct geological histories. Fast forward to the 21st century, and our understanding has been transformed by missions like NASA's Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter, LRO. Launched in 2009, LRO has been meticulously mapping the entire Moon in unprecedented detail. Its high-resolution cameras have imaged nearly the entire surface, including the far side down to resolutions of about half a meter per pixel in some areas. LRO's data provides detailed topography, temperature maps, resource assessments like potential water ice in permanently shadowed craters, and stunning imagery. This detailed survey reveals a rugged, ancient surface, dominated by impact craters of all sizes, including the colossal South Pole Aitken Basin, one of the largest impact structures in the entire solar system. Crucially, LRO's comprehensive mapping has found no evidence of the artificial structures alleged in conspiracy theories, only complex, fascinating geology. Perhaps the most significant milestone in far-side exploration came in January 2019, when China's Chang'e 4 mission achieved the first ever soft landing on the lunar far side, touching down in the Von Karman crater within the South Pole Aitken Basin. Its rover, U-22 JJ Rabbit 2, has been exploring the surface directly, analyzing soil and rock composition, studying the subsurface with ground-penetrating radar, and even conducting pioneering low-frequency radio astronomy experiments, taking advantage of the far side being shielded from Earth's radio noise. What have these missions collectively shown us? The far side's crust is significantly thicker than the near side's, which likely explains the scarcity of volcanic maria. Magma couldn't easily reach the surface. It preserves a more ancient record of impacts from the early solar system. The Chang'e 4 landing site, within the giant impact basin, offers unique insights into the Moon's mantle composition. All the data, from orbital mapping to direct surface analysis, points to a world shaped by natural geological processes. Impacts, volcanism, though less than the near side, and the slow degradation of the surface over billions of years. It's a scientifically rich and unique environment, but one entirely consistent with natural planetary formation and evolution. The idea of secrets hidden on the Moon's far side isn't just confined to conspiracy forums, it's a potent trope woven into the fabric of science fiction. From movies depicting hidden Nazi bases in Iron Sky to alien artifacts or Decepticon ships in Transformers, the far side serves as the perfect fictional backdrop for the unknown, the dangerous, and the technologically advanced. Books and games frequently use it as a setting for clandestine operations or first contact scenarios. This cultural resonance reinforces the far side's image as a place where secrets could plausibly be kept, feeding back into the conspiracy mindset. So why does this particular theory persist so strongly, despite mounting scientific evidence to the contrary? It taps into several powerful undercurrents: our innate fascination with the unknown, the inherent mystery of a place we can't directly see, a deep-seated distrust of government secrecy fueled by historical events, and the simple, compelling allure of believing we are not alone, and that proof might be closer than we think. The grainy photos and anecdotal accounts act as tantalizing what-ifs, easily shared and amplified in the digital age. Let's summarize what our journey into the shadows has revealed. We've seen the alleged photographic evidence, intriguing anomalies like the Shandon Castle, but found compelling scientific explanations rooted in pareidolia, image artifacts and natural geology, especially when viewed through the lens of modern, high-resolution data. We've considered the claims of whistleblowers, finding them largely anecdotal and lacking independent verification. We've examined the motivations proposed for a cover-up, weighing them against the immense, almost insurmountable logistical hurdles of maintaining such a secret on a global scale for decades. Contrast this with the scientific reality. The far side, meticulously mapped by orbiters like LRO, and directly explored by landers like Chang'e 4, is revealed as a geologically fascinating, ancient, and heavily cratered landscape, different from the near side but entirely consistent with natural processes. While it holds many scientific secrets about the Moon's formation and solar system history, it has offered no credible evidence of artificial structures or alien bases. The far side of the Moon remains a place of wonder, but its mysteries appear to be geological, not extraterrestrial. The allure of hidden alien bases makes for great fiction and compelling conspiracy, but the evidence simply isn't there. The truth, etched in craters and regolith, tells a story of impacts, time, and the natural evolution of a celestial body. What mysteries do you think still linger in the cosmos? What topics should we delve into next? Let us know in the comments below. If you want to keep exploring the unexplained and questioning the official narrative, make sure you subscribe to the Purple Files and hit that notification bell. The truth might be out there, but finding it requires separating the shadows from the substance. Thanks for watching.